Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gibbo the Shaman, and today we are doing a rune reading to see what is going on in 2025 and yeah, all that good stuff. So just adjust real quick. Go. Alright, so yeah, I just thought I'd do this reading real quick to see like if what the universe wants to tell us about 2025 and what's upcoming for that. So yeah. So just thought I'd hop on here. And so yeah, we have all of our runes here. I have my rune deck. And so we'll just jump into it. Also, I have a massive headache, so I felt like I needed to get this video out there. So just wanted to do it today. Alright, so let's do it. So first thing, and this can be a very participatory kind of thing with you guys. So if you guys want to join me in this like small breathwork meditation that I'm doing beforehand, you can do so. So, all right, the aim here is just to calm our breaths, to quiet down our thoughts, and to get into this center moment. So we're going to take a couple deep breaths here. And we're going to ask Odin for his wisdom, Vili for his strength, and Ve for his spirit. Alright, so I'm going to now shuffle 3 times. And the question that we have for today is, we're setting the intention. What is 2025 going to look like? What can we expect for 2025? And yeah, what do the gods, what do the ETs want us to know about 2025? And is there going to be an Ascension event? Is there going to be a solar flash? Things like that. And also, are things going to get better as a whole? So those are my questions. So we will ask for the wisdom of Odin. We'll ask for the power of Vili. And ask for the spirit of Ve. Okay. Oof. Alright. I can already feel some energy flowing, so that's great. Alright, I'll set my rune deck to the side here, and we'll pull our first card. And our first card is Raito reversed. And then so that's going to be in the north. If you're following with me or want to write this down, we have Raito reversed in the north. We have, this is a 9 world rune reading, so the directions of the compass are the different things. So, and then we have in the northeast, we have Uruj. Okay, so Uruj upright in the northeast. In the east, we have Thawul. Okay. And in the southeast, we have Yera. And these are all upright, which is great. Alright. And then in the south, we have Wunjo upright. Wunjo upright. This is already looking really good. In the southwest, we have Dagaj. And that is upright. In the west, we have Tihuaj reversed. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Tihuaj reversed. In the northwest, we have Esau. Okay. And in the center, we have Manaj. Or sorry, it's Ehwaj. Yeah, Ehwaj. And so yeah, so we will talk about all of these, and let's see here if I can kind of limit working with limited space here on my desk, so it's a bit of a mess. Not the desk, it's just like these cards. So, all right. So now I will tell you like what each of these mean and all that, but first I want to go about the, as a teaching aspect about what each of these 8 directions mean. So, first, the center. The center is our current conscious experience. This is called the conscious mind. This is like what Earth is going through right now. Or what, on a personal level, what we're all individually going through right now. And then, in the north, we have the energies that are coming into manifestation. This is the intuitive mind. And this is like a possibility of what could be happening, what could be coming. But the great thing with the north direction, we have choice in the matter. We can change things. If it's looking like things are going badly, we can change things. And then in the northeast, we have, this is the land, the rune of what's going on with inspiration, aspirations, our hopes, our superconscious mind. This is the northeast is the realm of Asgard. It's the where the gods live. It's so a lot of times, even in different traditions, people will place their altar in the northeast corner of their home. And that's just to, give alms to the gods, to worship gods and things like that. That's the direction for that. And then in the east, we have the identity. This is how you're giving to yourself. This is the ego. And so yeah, the east is how we're giving to ourselves. A lot of people have misunderstandings about what the ego means, or what it just like, if you boil it down to just the Latin, it's ego, which means I am, or I, and so in order to be a person, you have to have an ego. Now, there's a difference between having a healthy ego, a balanced ego, and an unbalanced ego. So there's that. Like, ego is not all bad. And then we have the southeast direction, which is what you're manifesting. This is what we are actually manifesting. This is our subconscious mind. And there's a difference between the subconscious mind and the unconscious mind. A lot of people love to conflate that. The unconscious mind is meaning that things that you are not aware of. You know, like somebody could be unconsciously, self-sabotaging themselves unconsciously. Subconscious is between the conscious and unconscious. So we all have our social security number stored in our head, or our our different things like that, like the social security number, or like a phone number or address, things like that. These are things that we have stored in our head, but they're not always conscious. It's like when you're going to bed, you're not remembering what your address is. It's like, but if you're filling out a form or filling out an application or something like that, yeah, you're gonna put down your social security, your phone number, your address, all that stuff. So that's subconscious. And then let me see here. In the south, we have, this is the direction of what we are doing. This represents your energy body. So this is the actions that we're taking. This is Mars energy, south. So this is the energy body. This is what we're actually doing, what we're taking action about. And then the southwest is what you're not aware of. This is the unconscious mind. And, so this is the things that we're not aware of in the southwest. This is the unconscious mind. And then in the west, we have how you're giving to others. This is the empathic mind, the caring about others and things like that. And so then in the northwest, we have what the ancestors are teaching you. This is the higher consciousness, higher conscious mind. So with that information in mind, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So I'll just raise this here. I'm trying to look at my notes here. So, yeah, in the north we have Raito, but it's reversed. So, Raito reversed is telling us. So, we have Raito in the north, which the north, if you'll remember, is a possibility or a probability. This is not yet what has come into manifestation or existence, but it is wrongdoing. Raito reversed is, so Raito, if it would be upright, it would mean right or righteous or good, following the right path. Since it's upside down, there's a bit of wrongdoing, not being not right for each other, or a wrong path. So what I've learned about 2025 is I have received some messages from beings, from my ET friends, and they're saying that there could be a possibility of, it looks really good, like 2025 looks really good, but there is a possibility that humanity, at least some of humanity, choose the wrong path. So, from what I understand, Earth will be, and I'm not saying that it's any certain date or any certain time or anything like that, but Earth will be shifting up. we are already doing it. If you pay attention to these solar coronal mass ejections, that is in fact what's shifting Earth up. Okay, so it is literally changing our bodies. It is you know, allowing us to have more, like to receive more energy within our bodies and to expand and experience higher vibrations, higher frequencies. And so, yeah, so from my understanding, and this is what the runes are telling me too, there's wrongdoing or a wrong path. So this means that the wrongdoers, the people who are trying to keep us enslaved into this corporate world, this like, oh, you have to be a slave to the corporations. Like, for example, Amazon and Dunkin' Donuts right now their workers are on strike, because they're not being paid fairly. I'll just be honest about that. They're not being paid fairly. It's not fair. They're busting their asses, working really hard, especially over the holidays, and they're told to work, longer hours, and they're not being paid fairly for that. So, it's things like this, things like not getting compensated fairly, or not, like making other people do things that they don't want to do, kind of stuff. That's all falling away. So just know that the wrongdoers, the people who have enslaved humanity for so long now, they're being taken off planet. They're going to a really bad frequency of planet Earth. So there's going to be 3 versions of planet Earth. And the lower version is just hell on Earth. The middle version will be like a slightly enhanced version of Earth. But then the highest version is more incredible than you could ever imagine. And I have heard this firsthand from my ET friends, and I've heard my spiritual teacher talk about it, all of which I trust, 100%. If I thought anybody was crazy, like misleading people or doing anything like that, I would tell people, but I don't believe that. So, all right. So next we have. So we talked about Raito up reversed, and so next we have Uruj. So Uruj in the northeast. Uruj means power, strength, courage, bravery, masculine energy, vitality, virility, testosterone, health. And so this means health, it means determination, being headstrong. It pertains to sexuality. And so Uruj in the northeast, this means that power is coming to Earth. Power coming from, so the Northeast is all about hope, about aspirations, about dreams. And so this is what is manifesting. So this is like what the gods are bringing to Earth right now, or in 2025, is power. So you could take that and also health, and also, healing. When we make these certain revelations to the American people and to the people of the world, what we will be given is technologies to heal people. They already have this. We are so behind. Please, people, you need to look up Stephen Greer, Dr. Stephen Greer. Go check out his film, The Lost Century. Go check out his film, Battle for Disclosure. Go check out his film, CE5, which is Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. Please do your research into Stephen Greer, because that man is a national treasure. He's brought about such disclosure. It's incredible. So now with the Trump administration working with him, or at least I believe they have met and are working together in some capacity, with RFK as DHS, what is it? Health and Human Services Secretary. Like, I believe there's going to be a massive turnaround, a massive change in our healthcare. And I believe that we will have now the ability to, along with this disclosure, the ability to just put people in these beds that will like scan their body and then heal anything that's going wrong with them. We do have that technology. We have more incredible technology than you could ever think of. Like, it's incredible how much technology we've actually stolen from these extraterrestrial beings. So alright, so Uruj in the Northeast. So that's again, and I think vitality, virility is going to come back. Trump might even do like some major tax credits for people who have 3 kids or more, because America especially needs to repopulate. We do. We are at a major depopulation crisis, and that's what the global elites have wanted for so long, was to depopulate and not have humans. And so, it's yeah, I think that we will be encouraging reproduction and kids and families and things like that. All the left has been doing is, giving their followers and supporters birth control, which, guess what? If you want less Democrats in like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, give them birth control. Well, on the other hand, conservatives are having more babies and more children and more and more and more, kids repopulating and having these gigantic families, and it's awesome. It's great to have a family. It's great to have children, if you can. And so I think, there's going to be a major, even with IVF and everything like that, like the technologies that we have right now, And I think with this ET technology, it's going to be even more enhanced, like the ability to do IVF and things like that. So yeah, that's Uruj in the northeast. So then we have Sawal in the east. So let's see here. So the east is our identity, how we are giving to ourselves. And we have Sawal here. So Sawal basically is our soul. Sawal, and the other thing is it can't be reversed. So you think about, so this card right here cannot be reversed, because if you turn it over, guess what? It's the same thing. So there is no reverse meaning to it. So the great thing is, this is our soul. This has to do with the sun as well. And so this means that, like, if you're looking at this on a relationship business or basis, like, this would mean, oh, you guys are soulmates. That's great. Soulmates. It also has to do with soul connection, spiritual connection, passion. We are feeding our soul. So this is great. This means that we are giving to ourselves by feeding our soul, by doing the things that make us happy, that give us joy, give us bliss, give us contentment. And so I think there's going to be an even more enhanced version of, like, human existence, where we actually feel more in tune with our soul, and that we can give ourselves, everything that our soul craves in this human existence. Because guess what? We were put here for a reason. That reason is follow the soul. And how do you follow the soul? You direct yourself to experience more of what gives you bliss, what gives you happiness, what gives you joy, what gives you contentment, and what makes you feel good. Because, everybody's soul is designed to do something different, or, has a desire to do something different than what the collective does. So, if that's surfing, if that's skating, if that's, drawing or doing arts or whatever, it's like, this is what the soul wants, is to experience bliss and happiness and love and joy and all those things. So in 2025, there will be a renewed or a new or renewed directive that, rather than working, rather than putting, busting your ass trying to earn a living, money will phase out of existence. Money in all forms will phase out. And it will be just doing what gives you joy, doing what you love. Okay? So that means, like, for example, if we think about, because there's two options really in life. You're either going to do things out of scarcity, out of, oh, I need to pay the bills, so I could better get a job kind of things. Or there's, you know, well, I'm not worried about my bills. I'm just going to do what makes me happy. And when you do that, the universe goes, oh, wow, he's actually following his happiness. And so it's like, wow, okay, well, we'll reward him with resources. So that's how you do that. And then, so yeah, East is our identity. So we'll be in better contact with our identity and knowing what that is. And so then next up we have in the southeast, we have Yera. Yera is about relationships, about connection, about love. So Yera it represents the year, the interconnectedness of the 4 seasons, the year, and it represents interaction, cooperation, relationships, marriage, that interconnectedness. And the divination meaning for this is a committed relationship, cooperation, interaction, and being a team. So, yeah, and this is in the southeast. So, and this is also a transitional rune. That means like getting married or committed relationships. So, I think really what this means for the collective is that we are going to be operating as a team going forward. There will be no division. There will be no racism. There will be no, hatred of or xenophobia or things like that divide us. We will be team humanity. And that is also how we will defeat the elites. Non-violently, we won't do any violence. There's no room for violence. All we will do is choose collectively as a society that we don't need them anymore. That we will refuse to operate under their control anymore. It's a very simple thing. So instead of, being addicted to being, approved of or validated by these people who have great control on our lives, we will instead operate as a team, providing for each other, providing what each other needs. So this is like a give and receive kind of thing. It's like as a team, you want to make sure that your teammate is not falling behind. So you'll help them out, operating as in unison, operating as one. And so this means that we will be leaning more upon each other, human to human, as the elites fall away, because there won't be those systems of government. The government eventually will also fall away. All human governments will fall away. And instead, governments will be of, for, and by the people. And it won't be because, someone is better than you or whatever. It will be literally just a group of humans trying to decide what is best for humanity with the permission and consent of humanity. Not like we operate now. Now it's you know. Now, in today's government, we got it backwards. We got it all fucked up. Now it's about, oh, you, the people, serve us. You pay our paychecks. It's like, it's, and they, it's funny because they will actually give themselves pay raises and shit like that when they're getting money from here and there from different corporations, and they're not serving the American people. It's it's backwards is all I can say. Instead of you know Speaker Mike Johnson wanted to pass a omnibus on the spending resolution, because we've hit our debt ceiling, so now we have to cooperate and get another budget passed, or a bill to raise the debt ceiling or whatever. And instead of actually stopping and saying, hey, we can't do this, the American people our government is in so much debt, it's freaking ridiculous. And we're giving money to Ukraine, which pisses me the hell off. But instead of saying, hey, we need to lower our debt, it's like, okay, well, let's instead decide to raise the debt ceiling, and then, oh, Congressman A wants a stadium in DC. Congressman B wants to do some research on what I forgot what it was actually. But anyway, he wanted to do some research on, oh yeah, it was freaking, what do you call it, molasses or something like that was in the bill. And then Congressman C wants to, instead of having the word criminal offender, they say, oh, no, we want that to be a judicially involved person or something shit like that. It's ridiculous. So, anyway, they're fucking stupid. I can't stand them. But anyway, so then we have Yetta in the southeast. So this is about cooperation. We'll also be learning to love each other too. Like, I feel like, well, this is going to be a period of where we get to like interact in relationships, and it's like one of the things that I'm remembering now is like that my my spiritual counselor was doing a channeling session, and you can check that out over on his channel, thunderwizard.com, or Thunderwizard on YouTube. And he was saying he was channeling this being, and his question was, what's going on with Earth? And he said, oh, Earth is going from a dystopian hellhole kind of story into like a what do you call it? A comedy romance, or a rom-com, romantic comedy. And so, I think like what this is telling me, Yetta in the southeast, is like we're manifesting love for all humanity. There will be people tapping into more of their love for each other, love for humanity. And instead of love being, oh, what can I get out of this person, it'll be like, wow, I really just love you because you're cool, like I enjoy you, or whatever. It'll be like instead of trying to receive, trying to give, and everyone will have this kind of attitude of giving. At least this is one of the choices in the three worlds. So, anyway, so then we move on to the south here. And we have Yera in this, or sorry, we have we have Wunjo in the south. We have Wunjo in the south. And so, Wunjo is what? Wunjo is joy. It is actually joy. It's it's fun. It's true joy. True joy is actually earned. It's like the fruits of the labor. It's finally the release of karmic cycles. It's it's like finally we can just relax and enjoy and don't have to worry about money, about all these bills or things like that. So 2025 will be a year of relationships. It'll be a year of joy. It'll be a year of humanity coming together and empowering ourselves and finding love. And Wunjo especially means winning also, and true desires. So this is our true desires is to have fun, to have joy. And so Wunjo means fulfillment, joy, contentment, family, friends, friendly love. And so this is what this is. It's realizing, well, instead of having this attitude of everything that's dividing us, Democrat, Republican, black, white, blah, 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 Jew, Palestine, or whatever, or, it's like humanity is finally going to wake up and finally going to realize that, that, like, we're a family. We are one race. There's nothing that divides us, except ourselves. So yeah, this is Wunjo in the south. This is the actions that we are taking. We are committed to going to, to having fun, to actually, not living in fear anymore, not living in, guilt or anxiety. We're going to have fun. This is going to be a fun ride for humanity, like this year, 2025. So look forward to that and actually start implementing those things. Like, I can be very curmudgeon sometimes and just kind of stuck in my ways, but what I find helpful is just to do something that gives me joy. Like, even if it's painting or writing a book, or whatever it is for you. Like, just do something relaxing, do something fun. Like, that's what we're heading towards. So that's awesome. So now in the southwest, we have Dagash. And Dagash is meaning day. It is like, it's a really powerful rune because it's, I'll just show you here in a sec. So this is Dagash. And basically, This is about sunshine. So, as you may know, or the earth is changing and shifting, and it is, our bodies are changing and shifting and growing and, evolving in order to handle more joy, to handle more energy in our bodies. And so this is Dagaj. This is day, sunshine, freedom, soul, happiness, bliss, pure divine soul expression. This means fun, full expression of emotion, freedom. And so this is what is in the southwest. So this is, let me see here. So the southwest, again, is about what you are not aware of. This is your unconscious mind. And so you're not aware that we're going to have a lot of fun. Humanity, I don't think, is ready for the amount of joy that is about to happen. About amount of fun and relief and unburdening, to quote Kamala Harris, unburdened by what has been. It's unburdening ourselves. Releasing the release of karma, the release of just like the things that are holding us back, and and this is also a thing that we have to work towards too. So all these, positive and good things that I'm telling you guys is like what we what we have to work for as well, because as much as the universe wants to give it to us, we also have to cooperate. So, get out of those stuck patterns, those, patterns that are, devaluing to yourself, or to, just like, any kind of addictions. You're gonna have to end that. And yeah, so that's not easy. But if you're one of those people who is struggling with like any kind of addiction or self-hatred or anything like that, there's a program for you. It's called the 12 Steps. So, and the great thing about that is anyone qualifies. If you want healthy and loving relationships, then you qualify for CODA. If you have a dysfunctional family, then you discover, or you qualify for ACOA, Adult Children of Alcoholics, and Codependents Anonymous. So, lots of programs out there for you. So then, this is going to be a time of just great joy and great like happiness and relationships, and people aren't going to see others as threats, or like they have to be protected from each other. Instead, it's going to be like a family, just like a family. So, and then we have, in the West, we have Tijuaj reversed. Now, the West is how we give to others. So this is, what we're doing for others, or how we can choose to love other people. So, so then let's see here. What does Tiwaj mean? So the reverse meaning of Tiwaj is lack of awareness, unconscious unawareness, self-sabotage. So that's a lot. Yeah, so so there will be still people with a lack of awareness. So I have to think about this. I'm still sensing that in 2025, we will still have this xenophobia, this, like wanting to see other countries or other nations as an enemy, and still this fear about seeing others as or being afraid of other people. And so, some of that may take a while to adjust from, so yeah, that's what Tiwaj reversed means. And so this being in the West, this is how we give to others. Like in relationships and in, just how we interact with others. So I think there might be still this, well, and this could be in the lower world where there's wars and there's famine and hatred of other people and things like that. So so what we really have to do in this case is look at what am I unconscious of, excuse me. So with this, it's kind of one of those really hard, difficult positions. So yeah, this is lack of awareness, and this is also a transitional rune that means surrender. So we're gonna have to put I'll pull another card for context on that. So let me let's see here. Oh, we have Gebo. Okay. So this card is Gebo. And Gebo means to give and to receive energy or support. And so, let me see here. So Gebo means gift, mutual energy, exchange, giving freely with no expectation of receiving, dating, equal pay for equal work, gift, equal exchange of energy, unconditional giving. And so this is a bit of a, it's like one of those placements that kind of so this tells me that this transition from going from like being in society the way that we are today and being totally freed from that, having everything that we need and helping each other to get by and to get what we need and helping and loving each other. That's not going to come easy for a lot of people. For a lot of people, they feel they might be very stingy with their resources, feeling like they don't have enough and like they want to maybe hoard resources for themselves instead of helping other people with it. And so this is going to be a challenge for people. You know, it's not going to come easy. It's going to take some time, you know. So, yeah, it's but also that's okay. But I would also recommend that you if you're looking at this wondering, okay, well, what can I do? Then what we're going to recommend is so in the shamanic practices that I'm familiar with, what we do is we take this rune tree, and I have it here. I'm just not gonna put it up on screen because that'll take too long. But we have Tihuaj in the north on this rune tree, and then we have Laguj in the south. So in order to, so this is how we, instead of just chanting Tihuaj, 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 whatever, instead of doing that, we will chant Laguj, so the rune Laguj. And when we actually chant Laguj, that'll actually, what that does is that says, oh, Laguj. And that'll actually turn this around. You see that? So actually chanting the opposite rune to it will help it to correct. So so that's how that works. If you and Laguj actually is a state of, I want to discover my deep emotions. I want to, and this is also pertains to lake, water, to water, to lake. Laguj is lake, lagoon, you know. It's so anyway, chanting Laguj will help you to become more aware. And it's our emotions that we're becoming aware of. It's our internal world. It's our resistance that we are becoming aware of. So doing that will help you significantly with any unconscious tendencies or beliefs or things like that. And then finally in the northwest we have the rune Esau. And no, that cannot be mark stave or upside down or reverse, because it's the same thing upside down. So, so Esau in the northwest. This is, hold on, let me just grab a drink real quick. Have to stretch. It's way over there. Okay, so the northwest is the realm of the ancestors, the realm of enlightenment, the realm of advice, and what your ancestors are teaching you. This is our higher consciousness. So this is what our higher selves are teaching us. This is what the elves, the light beings, the ETs are trying to teach us. And this is Isa. This is individuality. This is the identity. This is that the individual is special. The individual is, it is what's most important. You and me, it's like each one of us is God's, each one of us are gods. And so this, this comes with a very real understanding of, we're not just this body, it's like we're something else. We are more than this, it's like it's just a really powerful lesson. And this teaches us about individuality. This Isa means ice. It's the self. It's self-sufficient. It's ego, a sense of self, individuality. This correlates to independence, self-empowerment, self-sufficient. So instead of saying, oh, I have to go get resources from another human being, it's saying, no, you don't. You are self-sufficient. It's saying, like, even though we think that we need other people to, provide for us, to give us a job, to give us work, to give us money, we don't. This is teaching us to be self-sufficient. So in this period of this shift, this change that is going to happen next year, it's going to be about self-empowerment. It's going to be about self-sufficiency. We will see a return of homesteading, of providing for oneself, working as groups or families or communities to help to, grow food or, raise livestock for the community. And each member of that community, even though they are helping each other, they are all being self-sufficient. And so this is the epitome of what I say every day to myself. What I've learned to adopt as a mantra, which is, the universe loves me simply because I exist. There's nothing I need to be. There's nothing I need to do to receive the love and the resources of the universe. We are all God's children. There's no separation, there's no distinction. We're all equal. And so that's the beautiful thing about this, is like we can all take care of ourselves and take care of our our community, our families, our our neighbors, or all acting together to improve the individual members. So when you think about it like that, it's like, yeah, it's really something. It's really beautiful. So, and then last but not least, we have APY in the center here, in the Middle Earth. So, in the center, this represents our conscious experience. Our current conscious experience. So, let me find this real quick. So, let's see here. There we are. APY. APY means horse. It's sacred. It's connection to Odin. It is horse and rider become one. It is telepathy. It is channeling, divine connection to the gods. Divination meaning is trust, intuitive connection, feeling good, following the intuition. And so, so this is what we're doing right now. And in 2025, there will be divination, there will be channeling, there will be this connection to the gods, connection to our higher self. We will have a much more enhanced conscious experience of spirituality. Spirituality will be not just some woo-woo, far-off woo-woo concept of, oh yeah, well, whatever, It's like, it'll be actually personal now. It'll be, oh, here's proof. I have, proof of this. And so in 2025, what we'll be doing is more of this. More sacred connection. More connection to Odin. More telepathy. In 2025, we will probably, I'm betting that we will have an enhanced ability for telepathy in humanity. Because remember, this is the Great Awakening. This is the change, humanity, that there's not going to be any barriers. There's not going to be, oh, I'm thinking about hateful thoughts in my mind, but I can be thinking about hateful thoughts in my head, but then I'm gonna speak, well, like I'm friendly with someone. There's not gonna be any more of that stuff. There's that dichotomy of saying one thing and meaning another. That's not gonna happen anymore. It's gonna be telepathy, and your thoughts are going to be picked up by other people. There will be no internal barrier. No internal boundary. And so this is, like, boundaries we think of because we have to protect ourselves from people. But when the earth shifts up and all the people that you have to be protected from leave this version of planet Earth, then there is no protection anymore. You don't need protection anymore. So you can just literally be so vulnerable with people. And since they're vibing on the same frequency as you, because you're on a higher dimension of Earth, then there's not going to be any more oh, any more judgments, any more criticism. Like, you can actually come to people saying, "Hey, man, I'm fucking sad," or I'm feeling this way," or or whatever it is, and they'll be like, "Okay, yeah, I feel you. I get that," and they'll actually be more supportive. So, it's operating in a whole new world. This is a whole new chance for humanity. It's like a new and improved version. But I'll just tell you guys this before I go. So there's shit, I forgot. But let me see what I was talking about. About oh yeah. This is sorry guys. This is a choose your own adventure. This is a choose your own ending kind of book, like kind of reality. So, Earth has had its ups and downs, its struggles, its good times, its bad times up until this point. And now it's like, okay, the story's about to end of this version of Earth. This version of Earth is about to be phased out. Story's about to end. Ding, ding, ding. It's closing time. But you will be presented with 3 options. And I can't say that that's going to be a conscious thing. Oh, you have 3 doors, 3 versions of Earth. Which one are you going to go to? You going to go to the highest version, the middle version, the lower one? Do you want a dystopian ending? Do you want a Make America Great Again ending? Or do you want a contact or ending, like where you actually get to have contact with aliens on a more open basis? You get to have technology. You can shift and into like any kind of life form that you want to be, or like change your body, or change literally the fabric of your world to anything that you want it to be. So if you're not willing to go to that highest level, you're going to end up in the lowest too. So it is literally a choose your own adventure. Choose your own ending. And how do you do that? Meditation, energy work, and yeah, if you just did meditation and energy work on a daily basis, as well as maybe what I do is pray, as well. Oh yeah, and third thing I would say, so if you go to my spiritual teacher's YouTube channel, Thunder Wizard on YouTube, please go there, because he has some amazing meditations. All you need to do is just click play. Just click play, let the meditation play, go along with it, even if you can't have, even if you don't have the ability to have like visuals in your mind, like, that's okay. you could just go along with meditation. All that matters is your intention. So go over to his YouTube channel, subscribe to there, and every Wednesday and every Saturday we'll have a meditation for you. So go do that, please. And also do the energy work. You can do either mine or his version. So we have two versions of energy work here. We have the cosmic qigong on the bottom and the self-transformation up on top. So please go check those out. Those will actually raise your frequency, because guess where those Maoshan priests and monks got those energy practices from? Well, they got it from the aliens. They got it from the ETs. So, and then also, so we have meditation, we have qigong, and then we have the 12 steps. So my spiritual counselor, on his channel, you can go look up the 12 steps to 5D, and you can do those. Don't just watch the videos, go and do them. Go do the practices, the exercises that he has you do. And then when you're all done with those 12 steps, then you're good. Like, just make it a point to, like, if you really want to join me on the highest level of Earth, like, you need to up your game. Make sure that you're doing everything you can to process any trauma that you had, like, get into contact with the higher dimensional beings, like, make sure that you're doing practices on a regular basis every day. And, if you do those things, then you'll be good. If you want if you want, to go to that level, then you gotta raise yourself up. So, alright guys, that is the reading for today. So, and also if you want to stick around, I will pull another card for Yera. So, we have Ingwaj. So, this Yera card is a transitional rune. So, in the southeast. So we have Ingwaj. So, what does Ingwaj mean? Ingwaj is sacred fire. The let's see. Ing is the god of spiritual fire. Divination meaning is incubation process and processing. Growth from a seed and incubation. So then what does that mean? So this is all just oh good. Yeah. So we're actually manifesting this Laguj. So this is the rune that I want you to meditate on and to chant if you're operating with other people in a very unconscious manner, then you need to chant that. Okay? So this is saying that we will slowly over time learn to interact with people in relationship in a very emotionally open and honest way. So it's going to take some time, but eventually we will interact with other people in a very emotionally, like, open and honest way, being honest about how we're feeling. And because in the world nowadays we just say, oh, I'm good, whatever, like, I'm good. But then what happens? We're not good. we're actually hurting a lot of times. But we're too afraid to express that. So instead of just denying the feelings, we are going to have an open and conscious experience with others about our feelings, about our emotions. And through this process, it's going to be much more difficult for people to hurt each other, because there will be an open and honest sharing of emotions, and it will hurt you to hurt other people. It will, instead of it working like, oh, you're doing something to hurt someone else, so to see someone hurt will actually hurt you. It'll feel bad, because the state of consciousness that we are moving into as humanity is essentially, there's an increased sense that we are all one. We are all one consciousness. We are all one being, one people. One soul, that we share one soul. So, it's, in order, like, in this new world, to hurt someone means that we're actually hurting ourselves even more. So, and that's a unconscious kind of thing, unconscious, like, self-hatred kind of thing, which is really, it's messed up that we have that, as humans. But, so yeah, guys, that's all I have for today, and I hope you guys are good and take this and run with it. It's so that is what the deities Odin, Vili, and Ve are willing to show us today. And so yeah, that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging around and let me talk, and I still have my headache, but that's okay, whatever. it's gonna get better. So yeah. Alright, guys, so that's it. And yeah, we will chat with you later. Bye-bye. Peace. And also go to my website, Gebo the Shaman, okay? I have a lot of stuff there. So go check it out. Peace. Bye-bye.